During our placement, we researched VR, which stands for virtual reality. I found this to be interesting as we were able to actually use a MetaQuest VR headset and become fully immersed in the VR world. Similarly, we researched AR, which is similar to VR, but instead of replacing our world with a virtual one, AR enhances our world with virtual elements.
We were taken into the labs and we were given a brief tutorial on how to solder. We had never done this before and we were expecting an in-depth lesson to teach us. However, we were left on our own to practice and make communications gun from scratch. We were given a set of instructions and that was it. We were learning as we were making the project and we got used to it quite quickly. It was difficult at first, but we eventually got it done.
We also learnt how to program using Python, which for the most part was a new skill for all of us. Initially, we were using W3 School's Python tutorial to introduce us to the basics of the programming language, but eventually we were able to develop our skills and work together to produce a GUI that can calculate the most efficient flight path between two destinations anywhere in the world and the carbon footprint produced by the flight. Additionally, we used Roberta Lab to experiment with programming an ongoing project taking place in the university, a pathfinding robot. Ultimately, as beginners to programming, we have learnt a lot about different programming languages and how to use them.
There were also a lot of team working activities. For example, we had to collaborate together to create a GUI to solve a Haversine equation, and when deriving the equation successfully. We also had to work together when resolving many tasks in a fairly limited time frame. For example, when multitasking to create graphical user interfaces and a PowerPoint presentation. This built our sense of a team and helped us to overcome the deadlines imposed, while still completing the tasks to the best of our ability. We also did some research into the history of commercial aviation in numbers, looking into the ways in which aircraft design has changed over the past 100 years. And we looked at some digital storytelling techniques. It was interesting to see how AI could be used to automate the task of creating attractive and engaging visuals and a clear narrative for such videos.
Over the last 2 weeks, we've enjoyed working as part of a team in the Electrical Engineering and Electronics Department of Liverpool University as part of our Nuffield research placement. And we'd just like to say a huge thank you to our supervisor Waleed for overseeing all of our research, and Khalid, Casey and Keith, who also helped us throughout the programme.